You're watching Fox 22, Bangor. Great Northwood to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, in celebration of Maine Lobster Day, local spots across the state showed their support.
Plus, UMaine Orono has decided to make changes this semester, starting with the closure of a few facilities.
And students and teachers in Millbridge wore red to show solidarity for their local lobster men and women. Hear from the woman behind the idea.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for joining us this morning. Let's start off with the first check of our forecast with Devin Biggs. He joins us now.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. As we start things off this morning, we have a small craft advisory that's still in effect. This will last until about 10 a.m. or so this morning, and things will start to calm down afterward. We may have to watch for a small chance for some morning rain showers before this afternoon. We become partly cloudy. We had a few showers and thunderstorms move through last night and early this morning. We still have a chance for a few showers before the clouds start to break up a little bit later on, but still a few chances for a few showers cannot be ruled out later on. Let's zoom things out right now, though. Things are starting to look pretty dreary out there for a while, but later on today, we'll start to get some of these clouds out of here as we become partly cloudy, but still a chance for a few showers could develop later on tonight and one chance later this week as well. Here's that break in the clouds, and again, a chance for a few showers later on tonight, but still looking pretty good as we start things off for the daytime tomorrow. As for the winds, they'll be out of the southwest, maybe some gusts up to 25 miles per hour, sustaining winds up to 10 miles per hour. Nothing too extreme, but you'll notice that along the coast from time to time. Your forecast for today, lower 70s, not too bad. Some morning showers, then partly cloudy, that south wind gusting up to about 20 miles per hour. And your early forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, overall decreasing clouds, temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thanks, Devin. An inmate at the Penobscot County Jail passed away on Sunday at approximately 5:20 a.m., according to the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office. A correctional officer found the inmate experiencing a life-threatening situation during routine rounds checks. The correctional staff, medical personnel, and Bangor EMS provided life-saving measures, but their efforts were unsuccessful. The incident was not the result of any altercation with any other inmates or staff. The Bangor Police Department and Penobscot County Law Enforcement Division have an active investigation pending. The name of the inmate is expected to be released later today, with family already being notified.
On Saturday, the Lincoln Police Department arrested a man after being dispatched for a domestic disturbance. After their initial investigation, Lincoln PD arrested Matthew Fitzgerald for domestic violence assault. He was transported to the Penobscot County Jail, where he is currently being held, awaiting trial.
Also in Lincoln, on Friday, the Lincoln PD were dispatched to a previous unrelated domestic disturbance. Lincoln PD and Penobscot County Sheriff's Office arrested James Allen on the following charges: domestic violence assault, obstructing report of a crime, criminal mischief, unlawful use of property, operating under suspension, and probation violation. Allen was transported to the Penobscot County Jail, where he is currently also awaiting trial.
In celebration of National Lobster Day, one restaurant has decided to give back. Devin Dagnall has the story.
National Lobster Day has been celebrated throughout the country since 2014. But with the recent red listing of Maine lobster, Beal's Lobster Pier saw it as the perfect opportunity to give back to those that make the day possible.
For National Lobster Day, Beal's offered a 20% discount on anything in the restaurant to any lobsterman with a commercial lobster license. Beal's staff all wore red, a growing symbol for solidarity with Maine's lobstermen, and encouraged their patrons to do the same so they could receive a discount on their meal.
We're also donating a portion of today's profits to the Maine Lobstermen's Association, which is one of the largest organizations in the state that protect and work with the lobstermen all across different ways.
Justin Snyder, Beal's Lobster Pier's dock manager, says that the restaurant is no stranger to working with Maine lobstermen.
Beal's Lobster Pier has been in the lobster industry on Mount Desert Island for nearly 100 years. This is our 90th anniversary this year. So we've always been supporting our lobstermen, the lobster industry, and everything that goes around with that.
Snyder claims that Maine's lobster industry is one of the most sustainable in the world, and he isn't too worried about the red listing for now.
Certainly the red listing of lobster that we've seen in the news is, a burden and a hit to the industry. But, it's just another reason for all of us to work together as an industry, as a state, and as a local community to support the lobster industry altogether.
In Southwest Harbor, I'm Devin Dagnall, reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
The time is now 8:05. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, St. Joseph's Hospital held their 4th annual Commit to Get Fit, with all the proceeds heading towards the SAFE program. Details ahead.
Before you go, here's a quick look at that forecast. High of 70 degrees. Some morning showers. We'll see some sunshine this afternoon. Scattered showers this evening. Temperatures dropping down to the low 50s. And tomorrow we are back up in the high 60s with more sunshine on the way and a little bit of cloud coverage.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Mainers work hard, but Joe Biden's inflation is making life miserable. Heating oil costs are crushing Maine families. I'm Bruce Poliquin, and for too many, this means choosing between gas, groceries, or freezing. Biden and all Democrats created this mess, and they're making it worse. Congress needs more Maine common sense, not more spending on those who won't work or more taxes on those who do. I'm Bruce Poliquin, and I approve this message because Maine needs a congressman who will stand up to Biden and help Maine families.
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage, doing business the right way every day.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Hey, I'm Jerry O'Connell. Join me this fall right here on Fox 22 at 10 a.m. for Pictionary.
Sundays. It's the best 2 hours of NFL coverage.
Loaded with talent.
Starting with Fox NFL Kickoff at 11.
Heads up.
It is caught!
Then at noon, take it to the next level on Fox NFL Sunday.
Now here we go again.
America's #1 pregame show. The best NFL pregame shows are back-to-back, only on Fox.
A local hospital is keeping people fit while also raising money for a noble cause. St. Joseph Hospital hosted its 4th annual Commit to Get Fit. The day was comprised of 4 separate events, a 5 and 10K run, a 5K walk, and a kids fun run. All the proceeds raised will fund St. Joseph's Sexual Assault Forensics Examiner, or SAFE program.
It's a team of trained nurses that specifically help those that are victims of sexual and domestic abuse. And without events like this, they would have a difficult time for funding. So it's really important to them.
Elizabeth Neiman and her 2 children made the event a family affair, and all participated in the day. Neiman says she started running for her own personal health, but she was excited to run the 5K for a good cause.
Knowing that this money is going towards, such a good cause for, helping victims of rape and assault, and that's really significant.
According to Brad Coffey, Foundation president, the Commit to Get Fit was organized with the help of over 120 volunteers. Coffey also says the day had over 500 participants who raised over $151,000.
The Bangor Area Recovery Network partnered with several agencies to host their first ever recovery celebration. The event included free food, live music, and a community committed to breaking the cycle of addiction. AJ Douglas joins us with more.
We believe that it is not shameful, that it should not be guilt-ridden. Addiction is in every family.
Saturday, hundreds of people came together to celebrate recovery efforts. Featured speakers talked about the importance of acknowledging those in recovery.
Breaks down the stigma. It shows folks in our community that recovery is possible.
Several recovery resource organizations provided information to those seeking additional support. Executive Director for the Bangor Area Recovery Network, Robert Fickett, says The event not only celebrates individuals in recovery, but those looking to end their battle with addiction as well.
Possibly, this is their chance or the catalyst for them entering into recovery.
Speakers shared their personal stories of addiction. One Hamden woman says recovery out loud helps end the shame of addiction.
It was very nerve-wracking, but it was very empowering to be able to open up. Maybe I at least reached one person, and if that's just one person, then I feel like that I've done my job.
Anyone seeking help with addiction or knows someone in need of assistance can connect with the Barn by dialing 207-561-9444.
The time is now 8:10. After the break, due to low enrollment this fall semester, UMaine Orono is shutting down a few facilities.
Plus, a NASA spacecraft could make history tonight. The Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART it's called, is on course to intentionally collide with a small asteroid. Details when we return.
It's your car, truck, or SUV. Find it at Quirk.
Offensive and divisive. That's Paul LePage's legacy. But it's not just what he said as governor. It's what he did. LePage slashed funding for cancer screenings for women. He refused to invest in clean energy, kicked over 1,000 seniors off their prescription drug program, and even opposed funding to Meals on Wheels. So, if that's what Paul LePage did last time he was governor, we can't send him back. The top funder of A Better Maine is the Democratic Governors Association.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a great place to work. The team here provided me with all the opportunities and experience necessary to grow within the company, all while working around my busy college schedule. They provided all the necessary licensing and training. It truly was the job that kickstarted my career.
Autumn of Life Home Care in Brewer is a licensed agency with personal support specialists.
Let our compassionate, reliable, considerate caregivers make your life a little easier by providing assistance for you or your loved one.
Autumn of Life Home Care. We focus on you. Apply today.
It's another exciting year of high school football in the state of Maine. Get out and support your home team and be looking for the ABC7 Sports Blitz crew. You can get a free Sports Blitz t-shirt, then watch Sports Blitz during ABC7 News at 11 every Friday night during the football season. Blitz shirts courtesy of Doors Equipment Company, Black's Heat Pumps, Coastal Auto Parts, Color Concepts, Overhead Door Company of Bangor, Praise Auto Sales, Saliba's Rug Cleaners, and the Bangor UPS Store.
The University of Maine Orono has decided to make some changes this semester. Now some students are going the distance to enjoy everyday campus amenities. We talked to a university director to learn what accommodations the school is making to ensure students' success on campus.
The University of Maine in Orono has decided to shut down a dining and residence hall due to low enrollment this fall semester. Executive Director Dick Young says this was expected.
That's something that's a national trend that's going on out there, so we're kind of experiencing what a lot of large state institutions are experiencing right now.
One freshman student says the changes currently affect her class schedule.
I do have to miss breakfast because all of my classes are on the opposite side of where all the actual open dining halls are.
Young says the university is working to increase staffing to pre-pandemic levels, but in the meantime, the two remaining dining halls will have slightly extended hours to address potential overflow.
Our mission here is to make sure the students have a good experience here, and we listened to the students. We made some adjustments.
Kirsten says she hopes staffing improves so the campus dining hall she used to rely on can reopen in the future.
I saw that they were closed at least for this semester, so I'm hoping next semester they'll be able to open so that my friends and I can get breakfast there after our 8 a.m.s.
Young says it's unclear if the free community college program played a role in the reduced student enrollment this semester. In Orono, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Central Maine Power is sending multiple crews up north to help with some much-needed restoration. CMP has sent 16 two-man crews to Nova Scotia to help with the aftermath of Hurricane Fiona. The request for help was made by the North Atlantic Mutual Aid Group. CMP Vice President of Electrical Operations assures his team is up for the task at hand, and his only concern is securing lodging for the entire stay.
This is what they do. I mean, they're used to working in the elements. They're used to working storms, doing restoration. They get excited about these opportunities to be able to go and offer the assistance to Nova Scotia and do what they do best, go and restore power. And that's what these guys get excited about, and it makes me proud to support them.
DeRogers says CMP's work abroad should be completed in 2 weeks' time. NASA will test Earth's defense tonight as it tries to change the trajectory of a small asteroid. It's all taking place nearly 7 million miles away from Earth. Fox News correspondent Ashley Strohmeyer has more.
A NASA spacecraft could make history Monday night. The Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART, is on course to intentionally collide with a small asteroid. It's a first-of-its-kind defense test that will help NASA see whether it's possible to redirect the rock away from Earth.
If we do find an asteroid that's headed to hit someplace on Earth, that we can move it and hopefully just save lots of damage, lots of people on Earth, and avoid the fate of the dinosaurs.
The mission launched in November 2021 on the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. Just after 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday, DART will try to crash head-on into the asteroid Dimorphos at 14,000 miles per hour. The space rock measures 525 feet wide and has been orbiting a larger one far from Earth. NASA says the goal isn't to destroy Dimorphos, but instead to see if the collision can alter the asteroid's orbit.
We hope to learn whether this idea of impacting an asteroid with a spacecraft is a really effective way of changing its orbital path and moving it off of a collision course with Earth.
After the crash, a tiny satellite will fly several miles nearby. It will collect images to send back to Earth to help NASA determine the success of the DART mission.
At the end of the day, the real question is, how effectively did we move the asteroid, and can this technique of kinetic impact be used in the future if we ever need it to?
NASA says even if the test fails, the asteroid is too far away to pose any threat to Earth. In New York, Ashley Strohmeyer, Fox News.
The time is now 8:17.
Now let's get a full look at our forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs. He joins us now with the latest.
Good morning, Devin.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Here's what's up to that small crowd advisory up until about 10 a.m. or so this morning. For the areas highlighted here, wave heights are still a little high this morning. We'll start seeing those backing off as we head towards the afternoon period, especially as this begins to back off. As we had a few showers and thunderstorms last night and early this morning, we'll let this radar loop one more time, and then things will begin to improve afterward, though. But still some clouds moving in and a few showers. We'll see a few morning showers, but then later on this morning to the afternoon period, we'll start seeing things backing off as low pressure continues to track off towards the north and east. A few showers could again develop later on tonight, but then by tomorrow we catch a little bit of a break. Let's go on a field trip right now. This is Tropical Storm Ian. This is minute by minute satellite imagery from the past 2 hours. It's impressive what the satellite imagery can now really decipher. But look at this development here near the eye wall here of this tropical storm within the last several hours. We're really starting to really bubble up. Has to be concerned that this thing's going to try to push into a hurricane. So maybe by the next update, we might be looking at Hurricane Ian before we're all finished up. Zooming things out and giving you more of a bigger picture, this thing's really starting to move towards the west-northwest pretty decently. The latest update that we do have is 70 mile per hour tropical storm moving towards the northwest at 13 miles per hour. These red outlines right here are hurricane warnings. The orange outlines here, tropical storm warnings, but then right about in there, that is a tropical storm watch up for the Florida coast. I know we have some people that travel down to Florida, so if you're keeping an eye on Florida, definitely make sure to monitor that. If you're thinking about going to Florida, I would hold back because this thing is expected to get up to maybe a Category 4 or even a Category 3 hurricane in a few spots. So this will be causing some issues for Florida. So if you're thinking about going to Florida, definitely make sure to reassess that. You may want to wait at least until the storm passes before making another assessment on when to head down to Florida. Otherwise, so back here at home, winds can still get gusty from time to time today, getting up to about 20 to 25 miles per hour. In a few areas, wave heights are still a little active in a few spots at around 3 to 4 feet, even up to 7 feet. In a few spots, but overall, our average high is 67 degrees. It won't be very fun to go to the beach as we transition to fall, with 60s and 70s on the way for the next several days. Futurecast moving forward, though, again, decreasing clouds later on will become partly cloudy as the rain showers begin to get out of here. A few more showers could try to sneak in here later on tonight with a few passing clouds, maybe some fog in a few spots along with some clouds, but overall looking pretty good as we head towards tomorrow as well. Lower 70s today, some morning showers, then partly cloudy with that south wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 50s, partly cloudy with a few showers. That southeast breeze at about 5, maybe up to 15 miles per hour in a few spots. Scott's Recreation extended forecast are partly cloudy on Tuesday. Highs in the upper 60s will be in the middle 60s on Wednesday with a chance for a few showers. We're partly cloudy on Thursday, highs in the low 60s and mid 60s on Friday with a mostly sunny sky.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
Does your dream kitchen look like this? Or this? Or maybe you need a little more inspiration? Get it when you explore the complete in-store showroom displays at Hammond Lumber Company. When you find the look you like, the Hammond team will help you customize it, including accurate 3D renderings, so you can visualize your project before the work begins. Hammond offers delivery from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire and professional service after the sale. Your dream kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
Welcome back in. Thank you for staying with us. It was a busy Friday night of football up here in Maine. Games all around the state. We have 8 games to bring you highlights for, all in about 2 minutes coming up right now. You ready? Let's go. Nokomis and Old Town, the 6 o'clock game at Victory Field. We are going to start here. The Warriors coming the other way. It's Grady Hartsgrove, the quarterback. Where'd he go? There he is, turning on the burners and getting through the defense for the score. Warriors pick up the win 42-12. Let's go. Bangor and Skowhegan now. Big Class A and B matchup. Here comes Skowhegan. It's Brendan Dunlap. Little screen pass. He finds Hunter McEwen, who is going to barrel his way through the Rams defense and fight for that extra yardage all the way down to the goal line. And then on Skowhegan's very next play from scrimmage, they give it to him again, and he walks in untouched to give the Hawks a 14-7 lead, and they would end up winning it 47-7, the final from Cameron Stadium. Moving on across the river now, we're going to head to Doyle Field, where Brewer and Lawrence are going at it. The Witches taking on the Bulldogs. Lawrence with a big one. Parker Higgins, he's going to just misdirect right here and come all the way across the field. That play started at the 43-yard line. I think he probably ran about 70 to 80 for the score. Lawrence wins 41-20, the final from Brewer. Let's go to Falmouth now. Navigators and Eagles in a Class B North matchup as well. We're going to pick this up in the second half. Navigators on the run. It's Indy Backman. A terrific run here through the defense into the end zone. Navigators roll to a 39-8 win. We are going to go Hamden and Oceanside now from Hamden Academy on the turf at the stable. Oceanside Mariners going to the air, and it's Cohen Galley. He hooks up with Zeb Foster for the touchdown. Mariners win 32-12. Here we are, Orono and Bucksport now down in Bucksport. Some 8-man football. Jack Brewer looking to cut that Bucksport lead in half. He comes out of the half and he's throwing, but an interception here from Bucksport. Just ball hawking right there, Caden Foster. Defense comes up big and they get the win there. Camden Hills and Ellsworth. Over in Ellsworth, staying down east real quick, Owen Reynolds going deep. He finds Dylan Rowe. Look at the over-the-shoulder grab for the deep touchdown. That puts the Windjammers in the lead over Ellsworth in the first quarter, and they'd win 31-14. Last game of the night down in Yarmouth. It's MDI taking on the Clippers. This was a great game. Clippers fans loving it. We're going to pick this up in the second half. Clippers quarterback Sam Bradford, the pitch to Mike McGonigal, who rumbles in for the touchdown. That gave Yarmouth a 30-16 lead. Clippers win 50-46. All right, let's move on now to the big news from Thursday. Big news dump from the Celtics. Ime Udoka not going to be on the sidelines for the upcoming season. Boston announced his one-year suspension for violations of team policy just after 9 p.m. on Thursday. In their statement, Boston said that a decision about Udoka's future would be made at a later date. On Friday, we heard from both Brad Stevens and President Wick Grossbeck, who said that the suspension came for multiple violations of policies determined by a months-long investigation by an external law firm. Multiple sources have reported it stems from an inappropriate relationship with a woman in the organization. And Friday, Brad Stevens got a little emotional talking about that situation.
We have a lot of talented women in our organization, and I thought yesterday was really hard on them, and I think that nobody can control Twitter speculation and rampant bull, but I do think that we as an organization have a responsibility to make sure we're there to support them now, because a lot of people were dragged unfairly into that.
All right, let's head up to Orono right now. Maine Field Hockey opened up America East play this weekend. It all began Friday hosting New Hampshire. Black Bears have won 3 straight. They are looking to stay hot over the Wildcats, up 1-0 in the second quarter. That's where we'll pick this up. On the penalty corner, Poppy Lambert is going to get the shot on goal, but some great defense here from New Hampshire to deny the Black Bears. But all that does is set up another corner. Lambert takes it again. This time, excellent save from Gemma Woods to keep Maine off the board. Right before the half, same thing, penalty corner. It's Poppy Lambert again, but this time Sydney Meter is there to deflect it through. Maine would tack on 3 more in the second half and go on to win their 4th straight. 5-1 is the final. Staying with Maine, women's hockey season has officially begun. It all started Friday against Quinnipiac, Molly Engstrom's first game as a head coach after just arriving in Orono at the beginning of the month. But that is past us. Recently, the university just announced who will be with Engstrom on the bench this season. Rounding out the coaching staff is Kirsty Hussey and Jen Richardson. Hussey most recently served as the girls' head hockey coach for Northfield Mount Herman School, and prior to that, she was on the staff at Brown University. She began her collegiate playing career here in Maine at Bowdoin before transferring to Dartmouth. As for Richardson, she has spent the last 6 years coaching high school and prep levels in Boston. She played down there at Boston College and served as co-captain of the hockey team, and she competed internationally as a member of the USA women's ice hockey team.
We played at around the same time. Kirsty played at Dartmouth and Jen played at BC. So, we're on the same page in terms of, I think we really understand each other. We communicate well. I knew I was going to need a lot of support coming in and people who understood where I was coming from. So that background, I think, really helps.
All right, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after this.
Here we go again. Paula Page trying to drag Maine into the mud. Not surprising that the guy who can't work with anyone can't get the facts right either. I brought Democrats, Republicans, and Independents together. And it's working. We fully funded our schools, expanded health care, sent relief checks to over 800,000 people, all without raising taxes. Because I believe we should be fighting problems, not each other.
Angie's List is now Angie, and it's easier than ever to get your projects done right. With Angie, you can connect with top pros and see ratings and reviews. And when you book and pay through Angie, you're covered by our happiness guarantee. Check out Angie.com today. Angie, and done.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Fixing things is my job.
A new heart-pounding season is here, and you can watch it anytime.
We're gonna get the job done.
The Resident, Tuesdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Happy Monday, Maine. It's September 26th of 2022. It's a pleasant 60 degrees outside this morning. Feels a little warmer than last week. Today is the first day of Rosh Hashanah, which began last night at sunset.
It was also the full moon, or the new moon yesterday.
New moon.
Yes.
We had this debate earlier. That's why the dogs were going wild.
I already knew what it was, and then I messed it up. Well, and the first of 4 Nixon-Kennedy debates took place 62 years ago today. And an interesting note, those who listened on the radio thought Nixon won the debates, and those who watched on TV thought Kennedy won. Did you learn that in history class?
I did not know that.
I remember that fact specifically in history
Interesting.
class.
That's
Yep.
it.
It's a really interesting, like, if you absorb media in different ways, you always talk it out with other people because there's always going to be different perceptions. It's very interesting.
I have said this since the day I walked into this industry. You are going to believe what you see and where you see it.
Yep.
So as long as you look at whatever aspects and take consideration, and everyone has their own beliefs and can stand by them.
Communicate with it and be willing to have some leeway on what you... Yes.
And perspective.
Yes.
You don't have to agree, but listen.
Yes.
I think that's always the best way to handle situations.
I agree. To other people. Yep. And the Beatles album, another way of listening. Abbey Road is 53 years old today, and the Brady Bunch premiered on ABC TV that same day. My dad, I'm pretty sure, has his original copy of Abbey Road that he got when I was a kid on vinyl.
Oh, wow.
Incredible vinyl.
It's
collection.
Never coming out, right? It's going to stay right in that.
Oh, no, he listens to it all the time. He just takes very good care of it.
Wow. Well, tennis ace Serena Williams is 41 years old today. And for national holidays, Better Breakfast Day, National Situational Awareness Day, and it's Lumberjack Day, so make sure you salute Paul Bunyan as you pass him on Main Street in Bangor.
I always do.
Always. Oh, yeah. That was the first. Paul Bunyan statue was the first thing I visited in Bangor when I got up here, and I went right to Gagan's. I went to Gagan's, I saw the Paul Bunyan statue, and that was like my first night here.
Yep, I know. People always say the Paul Bunyan statue, and I just don't think of it. It's like my morning commute, and I'm like, I don't even think this is the main thing, and I don't even think of it.
It's pretty cool.
I think more of Stephen King's house to direct people, but that's one of those things, different perceptions.
One of the main things Bangor has to offer.
Exactly.
Well, before we go over to, actually, no, we are going over to Devin Biggs with another check of our forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices. With locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. As we start things off this morning, we have a small craft advisory that's still in effect. This will last until about 10 a.m. or so this morning. That things will start to calm down afterward. We may have to watch for a small chance for some morning rain showers before this afternoon. We become partly cloudy. We had a few showers and thunderstorms move through last night and early this morning. We still have a chance for a few showers before the clouds start to break up a little bit later on. But still a few chances for a few showers cannot be ruled out later on. Let's zoom things out right now, though. Things are starting to look pretty dreary out there for a while. But later on today, we'll start to get some of these clouds out of here as we become partly cloudy. But still a chance for a few showers could develop later on tonight and one chance later this week as well. Here's that break in the clouds, and again, a chance for a few showers later on tonight, but still looking pretty good as we start things off for the daytime tomorrow. As for the winds, they'll be out of the southwest, maybe some gusts up to 25 miles per hour, sustaining winds up to 10 miles per hour. Nothing too extreme, but you'll notice that along the coast from time to time. Your forecast for today, lower 70s, not too bad, some morning showers, then partly cloudy, that south wind gusting up to about 20 miles per hour. And your early forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, overall decreasing clouds, temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thank you, Devin.
Here's a look at some of the upbeat stories making headlines today.
Elton John played a farewell gig on the White House lawn the other day to honor everyday heroes like teachers, nurses, and AIDS activists. The 75-year-old British singer and songwriter was also honored with the National Humanities Medal. A gray seal named Schubert is safe after wandering out of a pond and heading for the local police station in Beverly, Massachusetts. Animal Control, the fire department, and members of NOAA came to the seal's rescue. Schubert is now at the Mystic Aquarium in Connecticut for observation, and then he'll be released back into the wild. And another successful launch for Elon Musk's space company. A SpaceX launch lit up the sky at Cape Canaveral in Florida over the weekend. The launch of 52 Starlink satellites into low Earth orbit was the fourth flight for the Falcon 9 first-stage booster. Starlink is a system to bring internet access to underserved areas of the world. And those are some of the other stories making headlines on ABC7.
Truergy Family Orchard was voted #1 best corn maze by USA Today's 10 Best Readers' Choice Award. Located in Levant, the farm takes home the first place award for the 5-acre design that depicts 2 characters from the children's cartoon Winnie the Pooh.
The maize and this award are the fruit of a community-wide effort, says Jonathan Kennerson, owner and operations director of Truergy's. He also says it was a collaborative effort, and thanks to the Truergy team and supporters for a shared honor. The farm will remain open Tuesdays through Sundays until October 30th.
That is incredible. Just looking at that is so, like, you don't think it's real. It looks like someone made that, and then all of a sudden, no, that's actually, it's just amazing.
I've just always wondered how they got the photo. Is there
a drone, most likely a drone? I would think.
But even for the past 10 years, and they've always had drone technology. They're good.
That's true.
They're
That's
good.
True. Or they get or they ask Google Maps, hey, can you reassess or re-update? That's true.
That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, but that's a really clear photo. I think it's a drone.
Yes.
Well, an aerospace company based in Brunswick has made national news after they tested out their new Marvel rocket engine Thursday. Blue Shift Aerospace says the engine is powered by a non-toxic carbon-neutral biofuel.
According to the Associated Press, Thursday's test is the first in a string of tests expected to be performed in the coming months. The company is aiming to eventually build a small rocket that can launch a small payload into low Earth orbit. It's another big premiere week on Fox. A couple comedies are back with new seasons. Plus, there's another round of Hell's Kitchen. With a twist, though.
Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with a look at what's coming up.
Hit series return all new. Here's what's hot on Fox.
We've got another victim on scene.
First Monday, the action of 911 resumes with the 118 called to a happiness convention.
No one pays attention to the cleaning lady.
Then on The Cleaning Lady, it's the introduction of a new character, played by Naveen Andrews.
There's an all-out brawl at a polling station.
Tuesday on The Resident, an election turned violent leads multiple victims to Chastain.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Then on Monarch, they're prepping for the Queens of Country concert.
Oh, what you got?
Wednesday, roll the dice on more guesses with the Masked Singer's Las Vegas themed night, featuring Donny Osmond on the panel.
Get your brick on!
Then Lego Masters Dino soars to the next level with guest star and host Will Arnett's Lego Movies co-star Chris Pratt.
The contestants don't know he's going to be there, and they kind of turn around and do a lot of ask them a question, go, well, let's find out what Chris Pratt thinks. Chris, what do you think? And then he turns around, they're like, oh my God.
Hurry up, come on.
Thursday is season premiere night. Hell's Kitchen kicks off Battle of the Ages, 40-somethings versus 20-somethings.
Hey!
Welcome to Flatch returns with Barb Flatch, played by Jamie Presley.
Oh, that's a big one.
And Call Me Kat is back.
Kat has a surprise, and then we have a surprise for her. So it's going on both ends, oh, guess what?
Fox Sports brings WWE Friday Night SmackDown.
Here we go!
All new episodes on Sunday's Animation Domination start with more of the 34th season of The Simpsons. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, the Holden Police Department hosted a charity yard sale to benefit people in the community.
Plus, students and teachers at Millbridge Elementary School wore red to show solidarity of their local lobstermen and women. This and more local news as Good Morning Maine continues.
Don't believe the lies from Washington's special interests.
Jared Golden's a different type of Democrat. I respect that Jared served in the Marines.
Jared's a friend of law enforcement, and we definitely can trust him to keep our communities and families safe.
Jared is standing strongly against defunding the police.
This endorsement was not a given. Congressman Golden's earned it.
Mr. Golden will definitely fight for us and be in our corner and have our backs, absolutely.
I'm Jared Golden, and I'm honored to approve this message.
Welcome to Rebecca's. For over 30 years, we've been serving our local customers in downtown Bangor, and we invite you to explore our historic shop.
Rebecca's carries many Maine-made products from local artisans. Perhaps you need a gift basket for your next celebration. We'll be glad to help. From blueberry ceramic dishes, gourmet foods featuring Stonewall Kitchen, fine wines to antique dishes and furniture. You're sure to find that perfect gift.
We hope to see you soon at Rebecca's.
If I don't hear from you tonight, I know it, but I can't let go. Everything I love is out to sea.
The Greg B. Harrell Show. ...
Am I supposed to read the ...
More
than that,
you know there's nothing.
It's another exciting year of high school football in the state of Maine. Get out and support your home team and be looking for the ABC7 Sports Blitz crew. You can get a free Sports Blitz t-shirt, then watch Sports Blitz during ABC7 News at 11 every Friday night during the football season. Blitz shirts courtesy of At Home, FAB KBF, Dover Ford, Engstrom's Auto Service, Foxcroft Academy, Johnson Foundations, McCusick Petroleum, Patriot Homes, and Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales.
Losing someone is never easy.
911 tonight at 8/7 Central on Fox.
On Saturday, the Holden Police Department hosted a charity yard sale to benefit people in the community. The money raised during the yard sale will go towards the 25 Days of Kindness project.
The annual money for local charities. Holden Police Chief Chris Greeley says events like this allow the police department to connect with local residents.
Really is fun. It gives us a chance to help people, to really help people. We're able to help families. We're able to help widows. We're able to help older people. People need heating oil. There can be any number of things that we help them with. So it's great to be able to do that on a local basis.
The 25 Days of Kindness begins December 1st. On Friday, students and teachers at Millbridge Elementary School wore red to show solidarity with their local lobstermen and women.
Matthew Dronze caught up with the woman behind the idea.
I'm here at Millbridge Elementary School, where the children behind me are wearing red to support their local lobstermen and lobsterwomen. Students across the state of Maine wore red to show support for their local lobstermen and women who face unprecedented challenges in new regulations and a recent red listing by Monterey Bay Aquarium. Teacher and organizer Allison Wallace was overcome with how many students participated in the initiative.
I'm very touched by the gesture that everybody has done. This hits home for me. This is part of my family. This is our heritage, and I want to protect it as much as all of the people that have worn red today.
Wallace said the idea was a way to give back to the local lobstermen and women.
Last Monday or Tuesday night, I was sitting down working at my desk at home, and I decided to email Mrs. Lissy, our principal here at Millbridge Elementary, and ask if our kids could wear red on a day of the week so that we could support our lobster fishermen and the lobster women of our community, because they've been so gracious to support our school over the years.
Once brought up, Millbridge Elementary Principal Carol Ann Lisi reached out to several districts in the area asking if they would participate. The idea was then brought up by a parent to the town before being shared on social media. While lobsterman Charles Kelly was thankful for the local support, he was blown away by the nationwide support.
It's a good feeling to see the support. What has surprised me is some of the outside support that we're getting. We had a family from Wisconsin send us $100 and said, just use this to further your cause as much as you can for the fishermen.
6th grade student Macy Brenton wore red to honor her family.
It feels like really good to be supporting the lobster fishermen because my father's a lobster fisherman. I just want to show that support to him.
Wallace says she's doing this not for the current lobstermen and women, but for those in the future.
For me, it's all about, like my shirt says, that I want to save lobster fishing for a future generation. I want to save it for my son, for the students that I teach, for them to have an opportunity to be out there.
Matthew Jaroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
And after the break, we'll have an interview from 2 members of the Dexter Revitalization Committee.
And before we go, let's take a quick look at your forecast. A high of 70 degrees today. Some morning showers. They'll dwindle off. We'll see the sunshine this afternoon. Tonight, scattered showers around the area. Temperatures in the low 50s. And tomorrow, we'll have more sunshine on the way with a high of 68 and a little bit of cloud coverage.
Interest rates are on the rise and making waves in the real estate market. Buying or selling? You need a navigator. I'm Holly Taylor. Come to the one who gets it done. HollyTaylor.Realtor.
Check 1, check 2. The store's appearance may have changed throughout the years, but its dedication to our community and families has not wavered. We will still welcome you with a smile and top-notch service. If you need coffee,
check.
Tasty treats,
Check.
freshly made pizza, check. Or wine and spirits,
Check.
stop by and fill up your tank and check us out.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Twin City Tint in Brewer, Comfort Shoes and More in Newport, Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
Magic time. Oh my God! We want to see it. Did you order a Droober?
Wow.
We make new stuff for you, so take it with you.
The Drew Barrymore Show, Monday at 11 on Fox 22.
Homes are selling in a single day. The real work happens well before. I'm Holly Taylor, and I have the expertise to guide you through your home improvements. Come to the one who gets it done. HollyTaylor.Realtor.
Back into Good Morning Maine. You were expecting sports, but we're pushing them a little back farther because we are joined by 2 important guests.
We're here with David Iverson and Trampus King. They're on the Dexter Revitalization Committee. Thank you both for being with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. Trampus, do you want to explain what the Dexter Revitalization Committee is and what you guys have been doing for the Dexter community?
Yes, the Dexter Revitalization Committee is a group of citizens and business owners that want to see Dexter improve and move forward. And we've been doing it about 7 years now. And we've done many things. We worked our beach area, added signs, added pavilions there. We also support our work camps group, a bunch of kids that come in from out of state and work on homes. They've a lot of what people kind of have issues with is getting in and out of their homes. So we've done a lot of that and support that financially for these groups.
When you say kids, are these young adults? Or?
These are young adults from probably 14 to 18 years old. We've done it 4 times. The biggest group we had was the first year. We had like 400 kids come in.
Wow.
And we worked on like 65 homes. And the last group we just had come in, we had about 260 people, volunteers that came in, and we worked on like 30 homes.
Wow. So that's training them with skills, and it's helping the local community.
Get them to work while they're young, too.
Right.
The best thing you can do when you're young is work labor.
It's a great skill to have, even if you don't do that for work. That's always useful.
And the biggest thing we do for the DRC, we support the Red Hot Dog Festival, which is a huge event for us. We bring in about 5,000 to 8,000 people into town. It's free. We don't know how many people really come because it's all free admission, but it's a great, what a fun day. It's a great day.
Right, such a main activity.
Yes.
And you guys are here to promote the Central Highlands Trade Show, correct? Can you guys explain what that's going to be?
So this is our first year we're trying to do this. So basically it's a way to, part of what the DRC does is promote local business. So we're trying to bring some attention to Dexter, some attention to new businesses or established businesses that may have been missed elsewhere. So we're trying to bring them together collectively in the town hall and have 2 days of business-to-business relationships, and as well as bringing customers in or people in to see the product or their widget or their policy or whatever it is that service they offer in the town hall.
So it's not just the businesses. People can also be like, what are you guys offering?
Correct. So we'll be open to the public.
Cool.
So people can funnel through and see what's being offered anywhere from Pittsfield to Greenville.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's the whole region, the Central Highlands region.
So is this for businesses that already are in existence and have a place of business?
Absolutely.
Or coming
as
up?
well as startups. So
Gotcha.
any type of business that's really looking to invest in the region, in the area, in the town, is who we're looking for.
And what better way to discuss it with people who have been around? I mean, you'll get everyone from startup business to people who have been around for everything.
Correct.
They can learn a thing or two from
Right.
trying to, deal with communities, because local business is such a different aspect than, corporation or anything else.
Absolutely. And with the pandemic, I know a lot of mom and pop places had to go under, unfortunately,
Yes.
and a lot of people also started from their home.
Correct.
So that give and take
Correct.
is really important right now.
Correct. So we're not really looking for the hobbyists. We're looking for those that are really business-minded and forward.
Yes. Yep. Why do you think that's so important for the local community?
I think that region of Maine is kind of most often in the big economic development. You got Bangor, you got Waterville, you got Webster, right? So it's kind of off the beaten path. So this is a way to bring attention to that and invest in our area.
Absolutely. I mean, you have the lake. Remind me of the Wampanoag.
Wasakeg.
Wasakeg, excuse me. Yeah, but right, there's so much beautiful stuff in the area.
Absolutely.
So why wouldn't we want to?
It's a beautiful downtown. It's a very picturesque town.
Yeah, and historic.
Correct.
Yep.
And for anyone else interested who's looking to come here, I mean, you guys have a website, Facebook. I know that's a big thing around
so
here.
Register through the businesses can register through the Piscataquis Chamber of Commerce on the website.
Yep.
Everything is right there. It's real simple. I did it. It took me 10 minutes, maybe less. It's very simple. There's discounts for chamber members. Any chamber member. It doesn't have to be the Piscataquis Chamber. It can be any chamber member. So yes, we're about halfway there, and we're looking to keep getting to where we need to be. But we would encourage businesses to get online and get registered.
Yeah, it says this event is going to be on October 15th and 16th.
Correct.
And remind me, what is the last day that people can apply? Do you know off the top of your head?
A week ahead, probably the 7th would be the cutoff. If we have any open spots, maybe we can slide some in, but probably the 7th is the cutoff.
Gotcha, just get in contact with somebody to make sure.
Correct.
Awesome.
Correct.
Well, thank you both very much for coming in
Thank
today
you.
and
Yes, thanks
talking
for
about
having
this. Of course, of course.
And we'll throw it over to Devin Biggs with one final check of your forecast.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Here's what's up to that small crowd advisory up until about 10 a.m. or so this morning. For the areas highlighted here, wave heights are still a little high this morning. We'll start seeing those backing off as we head towards the afternoon period, especially as this begins to back off. As we had a few showers and thunderstorms last night and early this morning, we'll let this radar loop one more time, and then things will begin to improve afterward, though. But still some clouds moving in and a few showers. We'll see a few morning showers, but then later on this morning to the afternoon period, we'll start seeing things backing off as low pressure continues to track off towards the north and east. A few showers could again develop later on tonight, but then by tomorrow we catch a little bit of a break. Let's go on a field trip right now. This is Tropical Storm Ian. This is minute by minute satellite imagery from the past 2 hours. It's impressive what the satellite imagery can now really decipher. But look at this development here near the eye wall here of this tropical storm within the last several hours. We're really starting to really bubble up. Has to be concerned that this thing's going to try to push into a hurricane. So maybe by the next update, we might be looking at Hurricane Ian before we're all finished up. Zooming things out and giving you more of a bigger picture, this thing's really starting to move towards the west-northwest pretty decently. The latest update that we do have is 70-mile-per-hour tropical storm moving towards the northwest at 13 miles per hour. These red outlines right here are hurricane warnings. The orange outlines here, tropical storm warnings. But then right about in there, that is a tropical storm watch up for the Florida coast. I know we have some people that travel down to Florida, so if you're keeping an eye on Florida, definitely make sure to monitor that. If you were thinking about going to Florida, I would hold back because this thing is expected to get up to maybe a Category 4 or even a Category 3 hurricane in a few spots. So this will be causing some issues for Florida. So if you're thinking about going to Florida, definitely make sure to reassess that. You may want to wait at least until the storm passes before making another assessment on when to head down to Florida. Otherwise, so back here at home, winds can still get gusty from time to time today, getting up to about 20 to 25 miles per hour. In a few areas, wave heights are still a little active in a few spots at around 3 to 4 feet, even up to 7 feet. in a few spots. But overall, we're advertised 67 degrees. Won't be very fun to go to the beach as we transition to fall, with 60s and 70s on the way for the next several days. Futurecast moving forward, though, again, decreasing clouds later on will become partly cloudy as the rain showers begin to get out of here. A few more showers could try to sneak in here later on tonight with a few passing clouds, maybe some fog in a few spots along with some clouds, but overall looking pretty good as we head towards tomorrow as well. Lower 70s today, some morning showers, then partly cloudy with that south wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 50s, partly cloudy with a few showers. That southeast breeze at about 5, maybe up to 15 miles per hour in a few spots. Scott's Recreation extended forecast for partly cloudy on Tuesday. Highs in the upper 60s, will be in the middle 60s on Wednesday with a chance for a few showers. Or partly cloudy on Thursday, highs in the low 60s and mid 60s on Friday with a mostly sunny sky.
I was just telling these guys about Jared Golden. He's a Marine who puts country ahead of politics. And then there's Bruce Poliquin. He's a multi-millionaire Wall Street banker who went to Washington, took all that money from the insurance industry, and voted to let them increase premiums. Worse, Poliquin said he wants to raise the retirement age. He's for them, not us. House Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I rewired everything.
With what?
Stuff, it'll work fine.
Just right would be better than fine, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah.
That's why Toyota Service Center technicians use genuine Toyota parts to work just right.
Sounds really good.
Keep your Toyota a Toyota. Keep your long-lasting Toyota fuel-efficient and dependable. Contact your New England Toyota dealer today to learn about affordable September service offers that use quality, genuine Toyota parts. Toyota, let's go places.
We can go into a room and have absolutely nothing in there, nothing on the windows, no color, no character, no tone to a room.
That's, I think, where we're strongest, is being able to help someone envision what's going to go in that window.
And we leave, it's totally transformed into something that the customer wants it to be. We've often been told we make a room look better just by leaving it.
We're here today to set the record straight about Dupuytren's contracture. Surgery is not your only treatment option.
People may think their contracture has to be severe to be treated, but it doesn't.
Visit findahandspecialist.com today to get started.
The year's #1 new drama began with a twist no one saw coming.
Something terrible happened.
Tuesday, you won't believe what's next.
What did you do?
Monarch, all new Tuesday on Fox.
As the weather starts to cool down, we're on the lookout for recipes that are warm and comforting. And I can't think of anything better than a slow-cooked one-pot roast that is brimming with flavor. If that sounds inviting, check this out. We start off by searing a boneless beef pot roast in a heavy soup pot. Searing it locks in the juices as it cooks, which ensures that every bite will be as moist as can be. Once it's browned, we season it with a combo of off-the-shelf spices and top it with a bunch of onions and a large can of chopped tomatoes. Now we cover it, reduce the heat to low, and let it simmer for a couple hours until it's fork tender. This is the perfect dish to make on the weekend and serve all week long. When it's done, all that's left to do is cut it across the grain and call your family to the table. You can bet they'll be running to get their share. And as you dish this up, don't forget to spoon all that flavor-packed sauce over it. Whether you serve it with traditional mashed potatoes or a low-carb mashed cauliflower, you can't miss. The recipe for our easy stovetop roast is waiting for you on our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a warm and inviting way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Some research photos of fetuses show their reactions to certain flavors according to a new study. Researchers from Durham University in England conducted a study of 100 pregnant women. The mothers were given capsules filled with powdered versions of carrots and kale.
One ultrasound image shows the fetus smiling after the mother ate the carrot capsule. The other reaction showed a grimace face after the mother ate kale. The ultrasounds were taken 20 minutes after moms took the capsules. It's not known if the taste experienced tastes experienced caused emotional reactions similar to kids or adults. How do you feel about kale?
I'd eat it. I mean, there's only like 3 things on this planet
You're
I won't
neutral
touch,
to
like
it?
sardines, really, really hot food, anchovies.
Those are-
black olives. I had to throw that one in there.
I
Sorry,
love
hon.
black olives.
My girlfriend loves them, so.
Yeah. Well, a local celebrity seal waddles his way to the police station. A gray seal has been on the move in Beverly, Massachusetts. The seal, affectionately named Schubert, great name, by locals, started this journey in a freshwater pond before it was decided he was going to relocate. This time, waddling across the park